Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. My name is Peter Loshak. Today is Thursday, March 22nd. This is the Loshak in the Bag show. Sans Jimmy the Bag for 6 o'clock Eastern Time, Thursday, March 22nd. Of course, Jimmy the Bag on a brief hiatus. Who knows what's going to go down? I don't know, but I'm sure we'll hear stories about it. But from today and tomorrow, and I believe Monday, I'm gonna be doing this shit solo. We're still going to try to make some money here. And my main goal in this show, I now have a new goal. My goal is to surprise Jimmy the Bag when he returns to find that I have overtaken him in the NHL. Now, I will have about 16 units to make up. I'm up about 27 units in NHL overall on the year. Jim's up 43 and change. Unbelievable. But that is my goal. If you believe it, if your mind can conceive it and your hands can achieve it, your heart can believe it. Right, Larry? If your mind can achieve it and your heart can receive it, then your hands can believe it. That's my motto in life, and that's how I feel about overtaking Jimmy the Bag in NHL. It's going to be tough. 16 units I'm going to have to make up. All right. He's up 40. He's up 4. Can you believe? Larry's mind was just blown. I can't believe that shit. And that is God's honest truth. I'm religious about keeping accurate records here. You know what I'm saying? Where are all the commenters, Larry? I'm only seeing Scotty Rock Forever. Scotty Rock Forever. You are my best friend in the entire world. Thank you so much. The Rock is in the building. Here you go. First commenter. The Rock is in the building. Hopefully we get some other commenters coming. Here you go. Tony Soprano. Loshak, my bro. I am with you tonight. I put $10,000 on Kentucky money line, baby. Tony Soprano, does that mean you put like 25 grand to win 10 or you put 10 grand to win 4? I'd really like to know. That's a big difference. Okay. Oh, RCMP waiting for Jimmy at the airport. Jimmy is at the airport in Toronto. I'm sure we'll get some stories, some good stories. I'm raring to go. I'm ready. I'm going to try to help us maintain and make some money in these shows today, tomorrow, and Monday. I did give a bunch of picks out in the morning show, a bunch of plays in the NHL, and plays I'm kind of liking, so I might double and triple up to try to steal some units here and overtake Jimmy the Bag. I also gave some picks in college basketball, which were controversial, and I think I might have some others that I'm liking as well. And in the NBA, traditionally my weakest sport, except for second halves. I do very well in second halves in the NBA, but in the NBA I have a few picks that are also somewhat controversial, and the thing that really just blew my mind yesterday was how wrong the late market line moves were with those totals. I mean, it seems like every big market move yesterday in totals was just totally wrong. The one that moved against me was the New Orleans Pacers game. I like the under. That line movement went way over late, and of course that game went way under. The Cavs game dropped 2 points in the last 10 minutes before tip-off. That game, of course, soared over. And even the bet that Jimmy the Bag made in the Memphis-Philly game, Jimmy the Bag took 211 and then saw that the line had dropped to 208.5, so he's like, I just lost $200 there. No, he didn't. That game flew over. Jimmy the Bag won $200, and he should have just given it as a pick in this show as well. So all the line moves in the totals in the NBA yesterday were totally wrong. And we'll look at them today as well. All right. And so I'm flying solo. But we do have Larry behind the camera. Always good for a comment. Unfortunately, his English is perfect. So no jokes with his accent, right? Yeah. You can't do that. Yeah, you can't, and you can't fake it. You know what I'm saying? You can't pretend that your English is worse than it is for comedic effect. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Like me. Yeah, that's what I realized in life. If you want to be funny, just be yourself, and that will be funny. And all the things that are like mildly amusing about me are all true. My wackiness, my mental disabilities, all of them 100% true. All right, so we're going to get some picks. Let's quickly get some early comments, and then we'll get to a review of the picks that I gave, sport by sport, and the line movements, sport by sport. Let me just quickly save these comments here, because that's another thing that is 100% true. I live for the comments. That's not a joke, Larry. I live for these comments, and they make me happy. You know what I'm saying? They do what fucking SSRIs are supposed to do, but don't. These comments. All right. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Hey, Pete. Okay. Can't believe the Raptors lost. Thank you so much, predictions guy. You're the best, Loshak. Tony Soprano says, Loshak, we got a party, baby. Hey, you name the time and place, Tony Soprano. You name the time and place, right, Larry? You name the time and place. It's not up to me. It's not up to you. You name the time and place, and I'll be there. Al Mack says, Pete, I'm going to rock the shit out of your SBR shirt. Going to rep Loshak at the ACC for the whole playoffs. So that's awesome. Thank you so much, Al Mack. Let's see. What else do we have here? Maxwell Smart says, the master of MILF titties. Peter Loshak, that is true. I don't know if I was the master of MILF titties, but I'm certainly an aficionado of MILF titties. That is absolutely accurate. Maxwell Smart, 2018, we have to be PC, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If my career is over just because I said I like MILF titties just there, fine. Let me get fired. If you want to fire me because I said I like MILF titties, fine. I do. I love them. I love MILF titties.
He says he loves you.
Oh, thank you. So who is?
Gabriel Rodriguez.
Oh, Gabriel. Oh, we love you, Gabriel Rodriguez. We love you, Gabriel Rodriguez. We love you too, Gabriel Rodriguez. Okay, so once again, my goal is to shock Jimmy and shock the world by being ahead of him in units in NHL. I'm going to try to make 16 units up in 3 days. All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. And Almac says, yes, Pete, come to Canada next time. We'll find you someone to get you citizenship. That's no joke, Almac. That's my dream. Yes. I bullshit about a lot of things, but two things I don't bullshit about: line movements, and I don't bullshit about my desire to get citizenship in one of the many countries that I fetishize. And also, I don't bullshit about my desire to be loved by millennials. Three things I don't bullshit about. All right. Okay, let's get into it. College basketball. I gave, in the morning show, I gave a bunch of picks. I gave Kentucky on the money line minus 224. That one was labeled as a hated pick by Dan Kelly, a guy whom we really respect. And hate is a strong word, but he was like, that's the word that I intend. That's the word that captures how I feel about that pick. And so Dan Kelly hates my pick on Kansas State and Kentucky. Look, I know that supposedly sharp action has come in on Kansas State. The line, opened at 5.5. It dropped down to 5. I saw 4.5s earlier today. Now it's coming back up to 5. I know sharp money's coming in on Kansas State, but also a lot of people that I respect, professional and semi-professional alike, are liking Kentucky here just to not just to win this game, but to win their next game and then be a threat to win the national championship. So, still where it is when I took it in the morning. It's now up to about 228. So very, very slight movement coming back the other way on Kentucky. We'll see. We'll see. I think that maybe the sharp money that's like in Kansas State here is being a little bit cute with the contrarian analysis. You know what I'm saying? You can get a little bit cute with that contrarian analysis. You know what I mean? A lot of those sharp guys love to take like a horrifically bad team as like a 2-point home dog against an awesome team and think they're so smart for doing that. And sometimes they are, but not always. And I don't know. In this case, I'm rolling with Kentucky. I've heard the opposing opinions on Kansas State as a contrarian play. I'm taking Kentucky. Also, a few days ago, people were saying that they liked the over in that game. They were thinking that the over might be a good play. I can certainly understand that. The market does seem uncertain about that. It's ranging from 136 to 137. It is a low total. I could see it going low scoring early and then late, all of a sudden things just getting chaotic and crazy and opening up and sneaking over. I certainly wouldn't play the under. I'm not going to play this total. I might play a second half on this total. The issue is just that we know what Kansas State's going to do, right? They're going to try to slow it down, play super tough defense, and Kentucky is happy with playing that kind of a game. Kentucky has great perimeter defense as well. I could easily see Kentucky for at least part of this game being okay with that style of a game. And if that's the case, the over might be in jeopardy. But I'm not going to touch this total at all. For anyone who bet the over, I hope you cash sincerely. And for for that matter, for anyone who bet Kansas State plus 5 or 5.5, I hope you cash too. I just want Kentucky to win, not just for my bet, but also for my brackets. If they make it to the Final Four or win the tournament, I will have a great looking bracket right there. Probably looking at a 4-figure payday, which regular viewers of this show know is a lot of money to me. Yes, it is. Larry, 4 figures is a lot of money to me. Yes. Yes. People look at me and they're like, God, Peter, you're so great. You're so awesome. 4 figures is probably nothing to you. No, 4 figures is a lot of fucking money to me. And if I win 4 figures in a March Madness contest, I'm over the moon for like a month. All right. Let's see. What'd you say?
2 figures is a hell of
there you go. Larry, you don't have to have shitty English to be funny. Larry just said 2 figures is a lot for him. Amen, Larry. Amen, Larry. What'd you say?
I won't try to have.
No, go for it. Go for it. I'll be honest. For me, 2 figures is actually not that much. If I won $80, that wouldn't be a big deal. But 4 figures is a hell of a lot for me, Larry. But Larry has just gone on record saying that 2 figures is a lot for him, and we appreciate the friggin' honesty, and we believe you. We believe you on that. All right, let's see some comments here. Almac says Kansas State minus a half average cover ATS. Kentucky, yeah, okay. So Almac is saying that Kentucky has a positive average line final score relative to their spreads, and Kansas is negative, which is certainly interesting. Okay, Dom Ricci says Kentucky -5 and Michigan -2.5 roll. I hope you're right. Pittsburgh Brew says Kansas State shot 8% from 3 versus UMBC, and Almac says Kansas State has better defensive numbers than Kentucky, probably strength of schedule. I like Turtles. Triple X says I really like Kentucky tonight. I'm trying to find another team so I can parlay it at DJ Big Boss, and I really like that Florida State +6. That's another pick that I gave. Highly controversial. We'll discuss that in a second. Let's see. I'm just scanning. Oh, Don Ricci loves Kentucky -5. So what's the big deal? Yeah, Trevor Holt, guy who told me I was wrong on the Western Kentucky under and was totally right about it. He was right. I was totally wrong. Says UK has the experience. And I think he's probably right about that. Sportsbook Red says Kentucky rolls over K-State with ease. Okay. Almac says Kansas State covers, Kentucky wins. Okay. All right. Okay. Just scanning. Big Dad 138 says Canada lets anyone in, Pete. It probably wouldn't be too hard. That's not true. They let anyone visit. They don't give anyone, they just hand out citizenship. All right, let's see. Let me just save these comments and then we'll move on to other games that I gave. Okay, here we go. And then, yeah, McGogster asking about the under in the Kentucky game. McGogster, I'm off that total. It makes me nervous. I cashed when with a lot of totals with Kentucky that were too high towards the end of the regular season. This game, a Sweet 16 game is such a anything can happen. Wacky stuff can happen. OT's possible. Shenanigans at the end is possible. I very well might have a second half play on that total, and maybe I'll even tweet it out. Maybe I'll tweet out my second half Sweet 16 plays if I really like them. But I'm not touching the total, and I'm just hoping that. And Elio Rodriguez, I love K-State. All right. Seems like Paulie D says Kentucky wins the whole thing. All right, so I think to conclude here, feels like about 2/3 of the commenters are liking or loving Kentucky, and about 1/3 are liking Kansas State, not necessarily to win, but to cash. So we'll see. Donald Mao says, feel like Kansas State is being underestimated. Other games, let's move on to them. Well, even though it's not the 7 o'clock game, let's move on to Florida State and Gonzaga. Jimmy the Bag yesterday officially took Florida State. We were able to give them a 6, and then this morning, I agreed with them. I took Florida State. Look, Gonzaga. I mean, Gonzaga was felled by the pressure defense of NC Greensboro, right? Not saying that Florida State necessarily will be able to do the same thing here, but that is a style that they like to play. They got 10 guys. They rotate them in and out. I mean, look, a 20-point win by Gonzaga would not be shocking. A 7 or 8 point win and a close cover would not be shocking either. And at 4, I probably wouldn't take it. Probably 4.5, I wouldn't take it. It was a borderline play, but all the way up to 6, I will take it. If Gonzaga's up by, let's say, 12 with a few minutes to go, is Florida State going to mail it in? Absolutely not. They're going to fight to the very end, no matter what. It's the tournament. And if the game is tied with a couple minutes to go, if it goes down to the wire and you got a cushion of 6 points, obviously that's great. So that's my main reason for liking Florida State. Definitely borderline. At 4 or 4.5, I probably wouldn't take it. But at 6, I was convinced to take it by myself. That's a second pick I gave. And another pick I think I might add on here. I might add on the unders in Florida State Gonzaga. I'm starting to feel that way. The Florida State game against Xavier went low scoring. Florida State's going to put pressure defense on them. Are they going to try to is this going to be a track meet? I don't know. I don't think so. I think we're going to see a lot of pressure defense from Florida State. And I hope I don't get burned by this, but I'm going to take the under. Larry, I'm taking the under. I'm feeling a little bit nervous about it, but I'm taking Larry's like, what? Okay, great. All right. Gonzaga, under. I like the first half and the full game under, but I actually think I like the full game under a little bit more because the second half might really stall out. Florida State might really ramp up the pressure defense, and Gonzaga might get a little bit tired and not respond to it too well. We might see a lot of, long possessions from Gonzaga going close to the shot clock, which is what NC Greensboro wanted to do anyway. So I'm going to take the under. It's a high freaking total, 153.5. I'm taking it under 153.5. U-Wager has minus 110, so I'll take that one. Pinnacle has minus 115. Actually, Bookmaker has minus 109. Fuck it. I'll take that one. Minus 109. Bookmaker right now at SBRodds.com has oh no, that was a stale line. All right, minus 110. Bookmaker, minus 110. Florida State, Gonzaga, minus 110. Sorry, I just wasted 8 seconds there haggling over a friggin' cent line on here on this Gonzaga under. But I'm taking it under 153.5, minus 110. And I'd also be leaning to the first half under as well, although not liking that one nearly as much as the full game over, because we could easily see a relatively high scoring first half and then things stall out in the second half. So I'm just going to take the under in that one. Not going to take the first half under, although that would be a lean as well. Let's see. Dom Ricci says Xavier collapsed. They were losing that game to anyone the way they played. I don't trust Florida State at all. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Predictions guy says Gonzaga will get ahead and slow down and try to defend towards the end. Paulie D says I think the under is tasty. And in fact, I like the under more now than Florida State plus 6 for sure. So, Brooke Jordan likes the under. Chris IG says under looks good. Donald Mao says, I'm on it with you, Pete. Under 152. Donald Mao, if you can line shop around and have multiple outs, you could get 153 or easily and 153.5 at Bookmaker. Let's see. What else? There you go. Scotty Rock Forever. First commenter in this show. Scotty Rock Forever says, don't feel nervous, Pete. All in caps. You good under 153.5. I don't feel nervous. I'll admit I feel a little bit nervous about Florida State plus 6. Actually, I feel moderately nervous about Florida State plus 6. But under 153.5, I don't feel nervous. And if it loses, I'll be fine with the pick. All right. Let's see. Yes. Predictions guy likes the under. Likes the under. Sean Robinson says, listen, Loshak, I'm an FSU grad. Take Florida State. There you go. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. You know how much I like to listen to the opinions of people who are either going to a school or alumni of a school or follow a school or a conference very closely. Sean Robertson says, listen, I'm an FSU grad. Take Florida State. I did. I already took it, Sean Robinson. Hopefully we cash on this one. Okay. A lot of people liking the under. Trevor Holt. Again, Trevor Holt, who told me that my pick on Western Kentucky under was dumb as shit, and he was right. Likes the under. He says under a good play. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Okay. That's it. Now let's move on. Let's move up. Bill Buttlicker tells us Chris Paul is ruled out. Interesting. All right. Well, whoa. And Tony Soprano says I also have the Capitals puck line for $5,000 frickin' dollars. Wish me luck, Tony Soprano. Hey, Larry, is $5,000 a lot to you?
That would be the
fucking lot of money. This guy's betting $5,000 on a frickin' NHL game.
I've never seen $5,000.
No, never.
Never.
Yeah, me neither.
How do they look?
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. All right. Yes. Flip Money says, Loshak, the pink shirt is money all day. Last time you wore it, we all made money. Yes. Pink is the most important color to learn how to rock if you want to be a real pimp a real man in 2018. And I certainly am giving a clinic on that in these shows. All right, let's move on. The Loyola Nevada game. Jimmy the Bag took the over on this one. Certainly you can make that argument. It's just, low scoring team against high scoring team. Whose pace is going to win out? The recent line movement favors a play on the over. I'm certainly not touching that over. I hope Jimmy the Bag cashes. He got it at 143. Now it is up to 143.5 or 144. And Pinnacle now up to 144 minus 114. So definite, and 5 dimes up to 144.5. So the recent line movement on this game is towards the over. Interesting shit there. And earlier in the day, it was headed the other way. It was down even at 142.5. I think in the morning show, it was 142.5. So money coming in on the over. I'm definitely not touching that one, although I might have a second half play on that one. And more, I'm leaning Nevada on this one. I know that Nevada opened as a 2.5 point favorite. Now it's down to 1. I don't know if I want to give that as an official pick, but I'm leaning Nevada more and more. And I certainly hope Jimmy the Bag cashes, although I'm definitely not betting that total. And Texas A&M, Michigan, Jimmy the Bag also gave a pick on Texas A&M, and when he gave it, we were able to give him +3. It's now down 0.5 point to 2.5. I said that this is just a classic Sweet 16 game where I don't want to bet against either team, but I'm going to be looking close at the second half result at the second half line to maybe make a play on the second half. Same deal with the total. This total is just like the Kansas State Kentucky game. Under normal circumstances, I'd be leaning under, but in a Sweet 16 game like this, anything can happen. All sorts of crazy, unexpected shit can happen, even in the middle of the game. So I'm going to stay off a total like that. And I'm definitely staying off the side, but I hope Texas A&M cashes for Jimmy the Bag. Sam Houston, UTSA. I did give a play on the under in that one at 148.5. That one has not moved at all. I think UTSA is going to play to try to win this game, and I think that they'll play some tight defense, and it more likely than not sneaks under. And someone else in the morning show, I forgot who it was, suggested that UTSA -4 was a great play. And I was leaning that way myself. It was definitely a lean for me. I didn't give it as a pick, and now it's up to 4.5 or 5. So I'm not going to touch that one. But, you know, I definitely was leaning UTSA at -4, and I was considering maybe giving the money line as a pick at like -190, but now it's up to, you know, -214. I'm just going to pass on that one. But the under on that game is an official pick for me as well. Campbell, San Francisco is going to be a complete pass, and that's it for college basketball. I'll get to some comments in a second, but once again, Jimmy the Bag on the over in Loyola, Nevada. Recent line movement favoring that. Jimmy the Bag on Texas A&M +3. Market move has favored him. Jimmy the Bag also on the Kentucky side. He gave Kentucky -5 with many of us. And Jimmy the Bag also on Florida State +6. I am on Kentucky money line, Florida State +6, and the Florida State Gonzaga game under 153.5, and also on the Sam Houston State UTSA under, and definitely leaning Nevada. If you gave me a free play on that game, for sure I would take Nevada. Just in general, in this in the Sweet 16, in these kinds of games, you know, I like to take teams with. I'll usually be favoring the team with a higher scoring offense if it's close to a pick'em spread. I mean, we saw how you know, Virginia. I mean, obviously that was a little bit fluky, but you know, these clampdown defense teams sometimes look a little bit better in the regular season than they are in the playoffs. Kind of the opposite to the NHL, right? In the NHL, the high-scoring, you know, explosive offensive teams in the NHL look great in the regular season, and then when the playoffs come, it's the tough, big, rugged, defense-oriented teams that usually wind up being undervalued. In the NCAA tournament, I find it's a little bit of the opposite effect there. And we'll be talking about that when the NHL playoffs come around. I'm always looking to fade the big, flashy teams, high-scoring offensive teams like the Penguins were for years and years and years. Great team in the regular season and terrible team in the playoffs. Kind of the opposite in the Sweet 16. All right, and let's get to some comments, and then we'll move on to a different sport. Let's go on to a different sport. Ibrahim Khan says, let's talk NBA. Pete Big Will says, I'm ready for NHL insights. Looking for other comments here, other comments here. Let's see. Okay. I'm just going to say, what'd you say?
Says that he can't wait to get his hands on one of your shirts.
Oh, very, very nice, McCogster.
Did you see them?
Yeah, they're cool. All right, people want us to move on here. All right, so let's move on to NHL first. I know some people are looking to get to the NBA, but let's rock through the NHL. There's a lot of picks that I gave tonight in the NHL. I did give, these are all the picks I gave officially, and then I'll talk about the leans. I gave Edmonton -1, which came out to +141. I took the Tampa Bay Islanders first period over at -141. Colorado -1, which came out to be +165. San Jose -1, which turned out to be +137. I took Arizona Carolina over 5.5 -105. Toronto Nashville over 6 +100, and Washington Detroit over 5.5 -104. And in my leans category, really liking Arizona. A lot of people in the morning were just saying that it just doesn't make sense that Arizona would be that big of an underdog. They're on a back-to-back, but again, this time of the regular season in the NHL and in many sports, when you have a team that's just been bad all season long and all of a sudden they start to play better, these back-to-backs don't matter. They're so psyched to finally be winning and playing better that they get a little bit of an extended adrenaline push, and I think that might be what's happening here with Arizona. And on the other side, they're playing a very beatable team in Carolina. So in my leans category, I've also got the Arizona team total over 2.5 at +110. Also Arizona on the money line at +175, and also Arizona on the first period money line +150. I feel the same way about the Rangers, but not nearly as strongly. A lot of people in the morning show were saying, or a few people were saying that they liked Philly tonight, but even those people said that minus 220 was too high of a line. So I got the Rangers money line plus 80 in my leans category here. The Rangers team total over 2.5 plus 101 as a lean, and the first period money line at plus 164, which was a line at Bookmaker as a lean as well. We don't exactly know what we're going to get from Lyon, the new goalie for the Flyers tonight, and then Georgiev's in goal for the Rangers. He's looked pretty good at times. So, it's just a big dog line here for the Rangers, and I would have leans to all those plays. Then the Columbus-Florida game, very interesting. I was saying that I would definitely be on the under if it was 6, but there's no 6s available. Just 5.5s at minus 105. And someone in the morning show mentioned that this game has Columbus 3-2 and then an empty net goal to make it 4-2 written all over it, and I would agree with that. Columbus minus 1 is in my leans column here. Plus 134 was the line in the morning, and I did notice that line has gotten bet up during the day. Florida's an impressive team. Columbus, of course, has won 9 in a row. Despite Tortorella, they're playing well and winning game in and game out. And again, this one just seems to have Columbus 4-2 written all over it. So I'm not going to take the under on this one. Also, the first period under on this one is in my leans column as well. Under 1.5, minus 105. Then the Edmonton game, I gave Edmonton minus 1. And I said that I didn't want to take the Edmonton team total over 3.5 at plus money. Then at Heritage, it dropped down to 2.5 minus 160, and I pounded the hell out of that. And I put it in my leans category here at over 2.5 minus 160. I guess I should have just tweeted that out because now it's back up to 3.5 at plus money at Heritage. So I bet it big at 2.5 minus 160. If it was 2.5 minus 160 right now, I would definitely give that one. And now, though, it is back up to a 3.5 at plus money. So I'm not gonna give that one, but that's in my leans category. The Washington game, I gave the over in that one. I would also be leaning Washington minus 1, which comes out to a plus 106, and the Washington team total over, which is another one of these 3.5s at plus money. I think Washington's gonna have a big game. But I just decided to just take the full game over on that one as my only play for now. I might convert some of these to picks before the end of this show. Same thing with San Jose. I gave San Jose minus 1 as a play. The team total over is 3.5 plus 130. That's in my leans category as well. And I decided to throw in Tampa Bay minus 1 in my leans category. Also, it's minus 108. Tampa Bay is just a better team. If they start opening a can of whoop ass on the Islanders, which is entirely possible, they'll just run away with it. It might be a 7-4 game. Vegas, San Jose, slightly into the over, and I put that in my leans category. And that's it for all my leans. Now let's get to some comments to see what people have to say. We'll review the line movements. Maybe I'll convert some leans to picks, and then we will move on to NBA. Let's see. Joe Anthony saying, I'll take the Canucks in honor of Jimmy the Bag. That game, I would have a lean to the under on that one. Both teams, horrible offenses, horrible goaltending. It's just a pass. A lot of people in the morning show were saying just pass on it. But at that big of a dog line, maybe you have to take the Canucks. I was thinking about taking the under at 6, but I'm just going to pass on that one for sure. Lamia Saeed likes Tampa Bay minus 1. Yep, that's Tampa Bay's going to have to get a good game from Budai in goal, but they might. And let's see, what else do we have here? Lil Bibby says NBA will get to it. Don't worry. Norm L says Columbus going to win. They're hot. Okay. Brent Brooks says Carolina going to get in that ass. Aho goal, book it. Okay. I think Brent Brooks is liking Carolina there. Listen, Carolina wins on a high-scoring game. That's fine because I took the over in that one as my only official play. Sportsbook Red says Georgiev looks good in New York. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I don't know, man. I'm thinking that the Rangers, especially on the first period, might be a good play. Donald Mao likes the Flyers-Rangers over 6. Predictions guy likes the Caps money line. Okay, I can see that one. Normel likes Columbus. Let's see. Predictions guy likes the Coyotes plus 1.5. Okay. All right. What else do we have here? Other comments. Looking for comments here. Comments on the and now back to college basketball. Donald Mao says if UTSA wins, then the under will most likely hit 2. I agree with you, Donald Mao. I think they're going to win, and I think they're going to play tough defense, and I think it's going to go under the high total. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Al Mack with a prediction on the Loyola game. Here you go. Loyola's defense is far superior than Nevada's, and Nevada's offense is only a tad bit better than Loyola's. Defense wins championships. Loyola Chicago to the Elite 8. Okay, there you go. So let's see. No, I know who Aho is. I just didn't understand what the hell the comment was. Okay, I thought he was saying Aho. Okay, let's see. Other comments here. Let's see comments here. Yes, and Mr. Cloud Six Kick says Avalanche easy money, low shackles. Yes. Let's see. What else do we have here? Comments. Okay, that's about it. We can move on to an NBA right now, and maybe we'll come back after the NBA, and I'll decide which of those leans I want to convert. Definitely the Rangers on the first period is tempting. Let me tell you the ones that are most tempting to me. Rangers on the first period money line. Oh, that is tempting to me at plus 164. I guess Tampa Bay -1 is also tempting to me. Throwing on either the Washington team total over or the puck line -1 is tempting to me. Throwing on the Edmonton team total over, even at 3.5 plus money, is tempting. Florida Columbus, first period under, is tempting. Columbus -1 is tempting. Basically, most of my leans are very, very tempting. All right, let's get to NBA. By far my worst sport overall, except for second halves. Let's see what's interesting. I did give the under in the Detroit-Houston game at 213.5, and that line, I believe, has gone down. Yeah, wow, it's now down to 212. Bookmaker showing 211, and that's understandable why. Of course, Houston, of course, is playing much better defensively recently. They've had a bunch of games recently where they had nice, solid wins that went very low scoring, and my sense is here they're not going to be looking to run up the score here on Detroit. Detroit's probably going to be looking to play a modest-paced game as well, and I took that one as an official pick, and I feel pretty good about it. Lakers-New Orleans game, very interesting. I gave the under at 230 as an official pick. Mally Mal and a few others said that they love the over on this one, that they think it's going to soar over, and it did creep up to 230.5, I believe, in the afternoon. Now it's headed down a little bit. Down to 229.5. Intertop's down to 229. Now, we saw yesterday how these late line moves on totals in the NBA were just totally wrong, but that's kind of nice to see. I'm going to roll with my underplay on this one. I did bet it. I bet it at 228. I got a shitty number, and I gave it at 230 -102 in the morning show, and it's nice to see that the line is creeping down a little bit. The Atlanta-Sacramento game, interesting game, highly debatable game. The first comment I saw on this one in the morning show, I forgot who it was again, I'm sorry, but someone saying they like Sacramento here, but then 3 or 4 people whom we really respect all said that they like Atlanta here, and my sense is that if Sacramento does play well in this game, it's more likely than not to come out early, so I'm thinking that Sacramento on the first half and or the first quarter might be a good play. Let me find my basketball plays here once again. Yeah, in the NBA, I gave the New Orleans game under 230, the Detroit-Houston game under 213.5, and the Utah game first half. My leans category here: Sacramento first quarter and first half, and the Detroit-Houston game first half under 109 as well. And I'm thinking about throwing on Sacramento here, first quarter or first half, or maybe both. Let's look at some comments here. King Rail says Atlanta is the play. Okay, Donald Mao says Lakers are in a good spot. Yes, Lucky Luciano says it's the Pelicans' third straight game. Yes, the Pelicans are playing three straight games, a rare situation, playing 3 games in a row. The last game went under. The market bet it over, and it went way under. And this one, I'm thinking it might be a little bit modest scoring as well. The Pelicans might be tired here, and I'm not sure that the Lakers are going to want to come in here and ramp up the score in a super high-scoring game. Let's see. Other comments coming in here. Tom Marino says the Lakers are not an up-tempo team. Holiday is sick. Davis looks like he's wearing down too. I think the under makes sense. So do I, Tom Marino. It's also a very high freaking total. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this could be a high-scoring game and sneak under. Anyway, land on 226, 227, 228. Great to see that Tomor likes the under. Donald Mao says line moving up to 230.5, but I think it's under. Pelicans are gassed. Donald Mao, that's not what I'm seeing right now. At SBR odds, I'm seeing a dip to the under. I'm seeing a dip down to 229.5. Market wide, Donald Mao. King Rail likes the Lakers money line, baby. Nice. Robert Washington reminds us Chris Paul is out. Okay, let's see what else do we have. Hal Abrams. Hal Abrams says no defense in Lakers Pelicans. Pelicans totally fatigued. Over is easy. You might be right, Hal Abrams. My sense here is that Pelicans are a little bit fatigued. Lakers, try to get a solid win, but not necessarily an explosive 240-point win, and I'm taking the under. Joakim Hill likes Houston first half, and that's it, nothing else. I can certainly understand that. Donald Mal likes the Utah Jazz over 198. Book it. Again, Utah is much better at controlling the pace and going under at home than they are on the road. This total makes me nervous. I'm going to stay off it. But I did take Utah now that Derek Favors is in on the first half, -4, -115, and that line has not moved at all. Still 4 -115 at Bet365 and Bookmaker. And I'm going to stay off the first quarter. I could easily even see like the first quarter being a little bit screwy, but I think one way or another, Utah has a good first half here, and so I'm just going to stay with the first half, -4, -115 on that one. Let's see some other comments coming in. Other comments. G-Man Hags likes the Philly-Orlando game under 214, and I was thinking that way as well. Obviously, Orlando has played some very, very low-scoring games recently, just disappearing on offense. And, Philly on a back-to-back, not sure they're going to be in an explosively scoring mood. Probably play some nice defense. I was leaning under in the Orlando game as well, and that actually is also, yes, Philly-Orlando under 214.5 is also in my leans column, and I might throw that one on there. Right now, that game has actually crashed down to 212.5 or 212. I might take it at 212.5 anyway. I'm definitely liking that one. Let me do a little refresh here. You know what? I will throw that one. I'll throw that one on. I'm going to throw it on. Philly-Orlando under 212.5 -110. Just want to make sure that that's still there. It's -105 at Pinnacle. I'll take that one. 212.5 -105 at Pinnacle. Yep. I bet that one. That was my lean. And in the morning at 214.5, and I will take that one. I will take that one as well. All right, let's see what else do we have going on here. Let's see some other comments here. Yep, Justin Searcy says Orlando too many injuries. They're super banged up. Justin Searcy says that's a sharp play, Pete. Okay, great. Not sure which one you're referring to, but okay. Ibrahim Khan likes Utah and the over. Yeah, I'm staying off of the total on that one. I definitely don't want the over. But I don't want to take the under either. I'm just taking a Utah first half. Okay. Let's see. What else do you have here? Let's see. Just looking for comments here. Jeremy M says, wow, Loshak, Tampa and Islanders both score first period plus 150. Well, I hope that happens because I took the first period over 1.5 at -141. Very nice. Mr. Cloudkick says Pelicans got a bench. Weariness is not factored. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, Tomarino says Sacramento is resting Randolph and Temple. I think Sacramento is probably a solid play, but I'm not betting it. And again, I'm not liking Sacramento full game. I'm liking them first quarter and first half, if anything. And many people, including King Rail, are liking Atlanta here. Let's see. What else do we have here? Stevie Steve says Dallas, Utah over 199, question mark. A lot of people in the comment section, both in the morning show and the afternoon show, were saying that they like the over. I'm passing on that one. But let's see. Jeremy M says Chris Paul being out is good for us. He won't slow the fucking pace at all. Yeah, we'll see. Chris Paul does sometimes slow down the pace, and I'm not sure that being out is good for the under there, but I'll take it anyway. We'll roll with the under. All right, let's see. What else? Justin Series says Utah play is a sharp play. Yes, first half. Just looking for comments here. Handicapping comments. We might wrap this one up a little bit earlier if there's no comments or no questions coming out. Let's see. What else do we have here? Annie Marak says, hey, Pete, why do you take -1 instead of money line or puck line? Don't you just push a lot? Yeah, you push a lot. Not all the time. Most of the time you don't get a push, but there are a lot of pushes. I just like to take it because it reduces the volatility of taking big money lines all the time and, big underdog lines on the puck lines, and also bets into the volatility that my spreadsheet says exists in NHL in my handicapping. All right, so let's see what else. Christian Rivas says stay away from the total on the Utah game, guys. Hit Money says huge play on Philly money line. I'm assuming that he's talking about. I assume he's talking about in NHL. I'm assuming he's not talking about huge play on the Philly money line -360 in NBA, although maybe he is. I'm assuming he's talking about NHL. King Rail says Rockets going to get the quick lead and coast the rest of the game. I like the under, Pete. Also, yes, I agree with you, King Rail. I don't think the Rockets are gonna look to run up the score in any way, shape, or form in this one. Let's see. Annie Marak says, hey, Pete, you stoked for UFC 223? Yes, I am. How about a sneak peek since we have some free time? No sneak peek for UFC 223. I have to formulate my opinions first, but I am already starting started my research on it for sure. Definitely looking forward to it a lot. Okay, let's see. Other Hit Money says Orlando is tanking tonight. Check the lineup. Okay. Justin seriously likes the under in Sacramento, Atlanta. Let's see. What else do we have here? Well, let's see. What else do we have here? Josie DB says, I'm so confused with the NBA today. Yeah, join the club, Josie DB. A lot of people are confused by the NBA, but that confusion is what can give value to any market where that confusion exists. Me personally, my bet size in the NBA is very small, except for second half. Second halves, I have an edge that I feel comfortable in, but my bet size in the NBA is smaller than my bet size in all other sports by far. Scotty Rock Forever says Sacramento is terrible at home and they don't have Zebo. Atlanta wins. Okay, a lot of people liking Atlanta here. Let's check some of these line movements. Let's check some of these line movements. Yeah, the Atlanta, actually it's crept up a little bit. It was solidly at 1.5 across the board in the morning. Now some money coming back in on Sacramento. It's mostly 2s. All right, we'll see where it is at tip-off. Late money coming in on Sacramento. As far as the totals are concerned, yeah. Lakers-New Orleans game headed down a little bit. Detroit-Houston game headed down. Philly-Orlando game headed down from the morning, and that's about it. All right, let me just make some final decisions here if I want to convert any leans to picks in the NBA, and then we'll move back to the NHL and take a look at some of the final recent line moves in the NHL and make some final decisions. And then we'll wrap this show up a little bit early. All right, Philly-Orlando, I made that one an official play for sure. Detroit-Houston, yeah, I'll hold off the first half under on that one. And then Sacramento, man. Yesterday I liked the Cavs first quarter. A lot of people told me to stay off it. They said, baby arms won't be able to get them any kind of a lead. And, they did actually cover the first quarter. And I'm feeling like we might see a similar thing with Sacramento here, but I'm going to stay off it. Too many people I respect are on Atlanta. Sacramento is a bad team. I'm going to stay off it. All right, that's it for NBA. That officially wraps NBA completely up. Let's just quickly touch back on NHL, and then we will wrap the show up. Larry, how do you think the show's going so far? Okay?
It's going great.
It's not too shabby, right? It's not too bad.
It is great.
Going great. That's a strong word. You really mean that?
Use homely.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean that. I really do.
Okay. You're on the mic, right? They can hear you when you talk, right?
They can hear me. I think
Okay, great. Great.
Let me see if they can hear me.
Okay. Larry said the show's going great, and I trust him. Okay, let's see. Other comments here. Let's see. Other comments here. Oh, Native Queen. Listen up, everyone. Texas A&M first half and lean over. Interesting. Jimmy the Bag's on Texas A&M full game. Native Queen not on Texas A&M full game. Only first half. Interesting shit there. Very nice. Thank you so much, Native Queen, for hitting us up with that lean. Let's see. What else do we have here going on here? Oh, Scotty Rock Forever says show is 5-star, Pete. Yeah, but that's Scotty Rock Forever. Maybe he's just blowing smoke up my ass. Christopher Carter says, Pete, I've watched both shows. You are doing a hell of a job. All right, so I'm procrastinating. You know why, Larry? Because I'm avoiding making my final decisions on these friggin' leans in the NHL. Rangers, you know what? I'll take the Rangers first period. Well, what?
They say they can't hear me.
They can't hear you?
Fuck.
No one could hear anything you said, Larry?
Can they hear me? I think they can.
Oh man! So that means the joke when you said yes, they had no idea what I was talking about.
What the fuck?
Oh man! See, I assume they can hear you
crazy today.
when I'm making my. You said some funny. They couldn't hear you. Did they hear you when you said you thought two units is 2 figures is a lot of money?
I think they didn't.
Oh, Larry!
Fuck my life.
Larry, let's get Wanma in here and make him set the microphone up so that everyone can. They always hear Wanma.
They better not take Wanma over me.
No. But oh man. So anyway. Larry said that two great comments from Larry today were that the show is great and that he thinks that 2 figures is a lot of money. All right, I am procrastinating here. I'll take the Rangers. First period, money line. I'm going to take it. Plus 165 is the current line at Bookmaker. Rangers, first period, money line, plus 165. I'm telling you, man, these Rangers they're playing some young guys. They've got some fight to them. As an underdog, I like it. I'll take it. Probably Philly pulls out the win. But with just 1 period at plus 165, current line at Bookmaker, I'm going to take that. All right, I've converted that from a lean to a pick. Rangers, first period at plus 165. The Arizona game, the Arizona lines I'm going to hold off of. Tempting to take Arizona as a money line of plus 175 and the team total over, but I'll just stick with the over in that game. With the over in that game. All right, what else do we have here going on? I guess that's about it. The only other thing I'm thinking about is what I want to throw on Columbus. It's just that Florida is a team that's good, and as this line creeps up, you know, it's now up into the minus 140s in the early show. Oh, actually, the Greek still has minus 135 there. Oh, the Greek still has minus 135. Yeah. You know what? I don't know. You know what? I don't know. What should I do? Should I take Columbus? Let's just wrap this shit up. This is getting annoying. This is getting annoying. Here we go. May Less Pay Less Way says Tampa Bay Islanders first period over. Yes, May Less Pay Less Way. That was a definite no-brainer play that I was liking. I was thinking maybe about the under in this one, but in that one, but after the goalie change, I'm definitely liking the over, and I like the first period over. I took that at minus 141. That's definitely a bet for me. Okay. Oh, and Lamia Saeed says we hear him for fuck's sake. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Everyone was saying I can hear him. Everyone was saying I can hear him. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Yes. G-Man Hag says, if you want to catch Jimmy, take Columbus. Yes. There's no way I'm going to catch Jimmy by not making plays. All right. You know what? I am going to try to fucking catch Jimmy. I am going to try to catch Jimmy here. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Columbus. -1. I'm going to take Columbus. -1. Let's see what we got here. Columbus -1. The best line on the money line is minus 135 at the Greek. And the best line on the puck line, let me just get SBR odds here. I'm using SBR odds here, free customizable line service. Check it out if you're not already familiar with it. It's free, it's customizable, it's great. It serves all your line shopping needs. Let me see what the best puck line here would be for Columbus. Would be plus 200 at bookmaker, plus 210 at the Greek. There you go, plus 210. I'll take that one, plus 210. All right, I hope I don't get burned by doing this. I think I'll be all right. I'm going to try to catch Jimmy here. What else am I going to throw on here? Maybe I'll throw on the Rangers team total over 2.5. Maybe I'll throw on the Washington -1 line. Washington -1. They are a good team. That's a good team right there, Washington, against Detroit. But you know what? I'm going to hold off it because Detroit, they've been losing game in and game out recently, but most of that was on the road. And if this is a lower line, I would take it, but it's not. It's a high line. All right, I'm just going to throw on the Columbus line, and that's it. Let's wrap up the show, Larry. How do you feel about that?
Let's do this.
All right, let's do it. Once again, I'll review all my picks in the NHL. I'm on Edmonton -1. Tampa Bay Islanders, first period over 1.5. Colorado -1, San Jose -1, Arizona Carolina over 5.5, Toronto Nashville over 6, Washington Detroit over 5.5, and I have added Columbus -1 and the Rangers first period money line plus 165. And in the NBA, I also threw on Orlando under 212.5 and the Gonzaga game under 153.5. Before we wrap it up, let's just make sure there's no important comments or questions that are coming in. Yes, Scotty Rock Forever. Why is Columbus looking good? Is not Florida playing well? Yes, Florida's playing great. Columbus has won 9 in a row, though, and just at home, they just feels like they're rolling. They're rolling. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Normel says, yes, sir, Columbus wins. What else do we have? Here? Let's see. I don't know if this guy's referring to me, but you hear less, see more says, oh, crap, guys. Don't listen to him. You will lose your money. He is a clown. So there's some advice from you hear less, see more. Oh, crap. I assume he's talking about me here.
I hope not.
Yes, if you could confirm, you hear less, see more. You're talking about me, right? Oh, crap, guys, don't listen to him. You will lose your money. He is a clown. Now, I consider a clown to be a compliment, but the you will lose your money part, I don't like. The don't listen to him part, I don't like. In my personal opinion, I am a clown. I think you should listen to me. Will you lose your money? If you use bad money management, you will definitely lose your money no matter what. That's one thing I can tell you. But, yes, I'm a clown. I agree with you on that one. I disagree that people shouldn't listen to me. I think people should listen to me about sports betting and other topics as well. And the you will lose your money part, I think, is up in the air. But once again, you hear less, see more says, oh, crap, guys, don't listen to him. You will lose your money. He is a clown, assuming that he's referring to me. All right. And on that note, we can definitely wrap this shit up. We'll be back tomorrow for the Friday card, 12 o'clock Eastern time.